Hi and welcome back. In this video, we'll see what is failover and fencing. The transition from the active name node to the standby is managed by a new entity in the system called the failover controller. There are various failover controllers, but the default implementation uses Zookeeper to ensure that only one name node is active. The name node runs a lightweight failover controller whose job is to monitor its name node for failures and trigger a failover should a name node fail. So let's briefly discuss about Zookeeper before moving ahead. It is one of the most important tools in the Hadoop ecosystem as it manages the cluster. It maintains Hadoop as a single unit and is responsible for synchronization of Hadoop tasks. It also serves as a naming service. It identifies the nodes in the cluster by name. So you can say that it is similar to DNS but for nodes. It is a distributed coordination service. So it provides a centralized service for various kinds of information in distributed systems like configuration information, naming, synchronization, etc. If you're wondering how is that different from Yarn, well, Yarn is simply a resource management and resource scheduling tool, whereas Zookeeper acts as a job scheduling agent on cluster level basis. It is used by Yarn as well to manage its resource allocation properties. There are two types of failovers. The first one is a graceful failover. This is initiated by the administrator. This is intentional and mostly done in case of a planned routine maintenance. In this failover, the failover controller arranges or initiates an orderly transition from active name node to standby name node. The other type of failover is the ungraceful failover. In this type of failover, it's impossible to make sure if the active name node has failed. For example, in case of a slow network, the failover can be initiated even though the previous name node is active and thinks itself to be the active name node and keeps servicing stale requests. Now, recall here that fencing is the process of ensuring that only one name node remains active at a particular time. So, let's quickly take a look at the types of fencing mechanisms. The first one is revoking the name node's access to the shared storage directory. Then comes the disabling of name node's network port via a remote management command. And finally, the previously active name node can be fenced with a technique rather graphically known as stoneth or shoot the other node in the head. It's quite a abbreviation there. This uses a specialized power distribution unit to forcibly power down the host machine. Alright, so in the next video, we will see how data is read and written in HDFS, and I'll see you there. Thank you.